What's going on, guys? Coming back at you with another video. Sorry it's been so long. Been working a lot, been raining a lot. As you can see by the clouds, we've got some rain coming in. So I wanted to get out here and shoot this quick video. Today's topic, bike review / reveal. Went out and sold the Honda Fury and bought the 2013 Suzuki Boulevard M109R. This thing is a monster. And I'm going to be a little untraditional. I shot a drone video. I want you to guys check that out now. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I really like this bike. It's got a unique style just like the Fury did, and it also has the power that I was looking for that the Fury lacked. It still has the 5-speed transmission, but the gear ratios are different on these Suzukis. I watched a review video on this thing, and the guy hit the nail on the head, and I really didn't understand it until I own one. That was a great roll through stop there, school bus. Moron. But yeah, now that I own one, the 5-speed on the Boulevard is great. It's got the power distribution that you want, the gear ratio that you can't really complain. Now the top speed on this thing, I'm not quite sure where it's at. I've seen where some people say 135, 140. It only registers 150. But this thing is stupid fast on the low end with a lot of low end torque. And the YouTuber that I watched that did a review on this bike called it the Boulevard. And I have to admit, that's a pretty accurate description for this motorcycle. Now, I haven't done any mods to this other than the add-on a Cobra Swept series exhaust. If you guys have watched the Honda Fury review video, you will know that I'm fond to the Cobra Swept series on my cruisers. I like the throaty sound it makes, it delivers. I like the styling. But here's the thing, with this bike, the pipes when I bought it came with the bike, just not installed. So I had to have them installed as soon as I bought the bike. I bought this bike with 838 miles on it. I'm now at 1530 something. So I've put about 800 miles, almost 800 miles on it. Well, 700 miles. My brain's not working today.
You stupid.
And I haven't recorded any since I got the exhaust put on. I haven't had time. So I don't know how much background noise the exhaust is going to create in the video. But I'm telling you right now, guys, this thing sounds incredible. It sounds better than a Fury. Of course, it's an 1800 versus a 1300. This is also a shaft-driven bike. I'm very fond of the shaft drives after owning the Fury. Low maintenance is the biggest push for me on that. You don't have to clean the chain, you don't have to condition the belt, make sure that it's free of debris and clean the belt and all that stuff. On a shaft drive, you top the oil off every oil change, and then about every third oil change, you go ahead and change the final drive oil. So I really like the low end maintenance of a shaft driven bike. Plus the power response to the throttle. It just, as soon as you twist it, it's going. I mean, there is no lag, there is no delay whatsoever. Dodging potholes up in here. But overall, I've had this bike now for a little over a month. And like I said, I've put about 700 miles on it. It'll be 700 by the time I'm done with this video. And I really enjoy this motorcycle. I feel more comfortable on this bike. I feel right at home as soon as I sit on it. That's why I ended up buying it. As most of you know, we also had the GSX-S 1000F. We sold that as well. I just didn't trust myself with that 1000 throttle and the curves. Had a couple bad experiences and decided, you know what, it's not for me. I can hang the curves with this bike just as easy, and I feel more comfortable and at home on this motorcycle here. And I think that's the biggest key when you're shopping for a motorcycle, is to feel comfortable sitting on it and riding it. You want to feel comfortable leaning, turning, stopping, throttle, you know, your throttle response. I didn't like the throttle response of the GSX-S at all. The throttle response was just too touchy for me. I actually had the rear end slide out from under me making a right-hand curve, and I didn't go down, thankfully. But it was close. It was a little too close for your boy. So that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going back with a cruiser, but I wanted to go with a big cruiser, and that's what I got. I got this big 1800 beast. And the best part is it's not blue. Look at that. My last two bikes that I've owned, besides the Grom, have been blue. Well, this one is not blue. I like the overall look of the Boulevard. I've been looking at the Boulevards for a while, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with a Boulevard. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to go back with a cruiser. I thought about getting a naked sport touring, but I just couldn't find anything that I really liked besides the Kawasaki Z1000, and I wanted to stay away from the 1000s. I just, around here, when I ride these little twisty roads, I don't like to have all that power at my you know, in the grip of my hand, because I'm afraid I might overshoot the roll when I'm in the apex, and that'll cause a low side, and I don't want to do that. Now, I mean, it doesn't mean I can't do it on this thing, but the low end torque on this with a fat rear tire, it's got a 240 rear. That's stock. That's stock. A 240 rear is stock. Gives me a little bit more grip with that low end torque. So I have no complaints with this bike. Another good thing about this bike is I still get the same amount of attention, you know, when I stop at gas stations or anywhere for that matter, that I did on the Fury. I get a lot of compliments on it at red lights. I get a lot of compliments on it at bike shows, events. And I really like that aspect of owning a motorcycle. When people, you know, come up to you and say, man, I really like your motorcycle. That's a beautiful bike. That's a big compliment to us motorcyclists, especially ones who are passionate about it. Now, what am I going to do to this bike down the road? I'm not quite sure. I know I'm going to replace the mirrors, and I'm going to get rid of the front blinkers somehow, either a flush mount front, or might go like I did with the Fury and go an integrated blinker again. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made up my mind on that one, but I know I'm going to get rid of the mirrors one way or the other. I want to keep the cowl just like it is. I really like the cowl. I like the drag style bars. They're big, fat, with a high riser. I really like the way this bike sits. It's more of a neutral position with a slightly, I'm 5'10", so it's got a slight forward position, but the seat is comfortable. Now, if you're under 5'10", I have to kind of caution you just a hair, because this motorcycle is so wide. It is, I mean, this thing is huge. So Rock sat on it and she was like, wow, this is a big bike. And it really is a big bike. I'm a big guy, but I'm not tall by any stretch of the imagination. I am an average height, 5'10". I'm about 295 pounds, somewhere around there. So I'm a big guy. This bike feels good to me. It's comfortable. I like the way it rides. I like the power response that I get from weight, you know, weight to power ratio. And I love the style of it. That's what sold me on this, of that and the price. I got this for a really good price. This was practically a brand new motorcycle. All I had to do was have the Cobra Swept exhaust installed and changed the oil because it only had one oil change in 5 years. The guy took immaculate care of this bike. He just didn't ride it. And to me, that's just a shame. But overall, I really enjoy this motorcycle. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer them. That's all I've got for the Suzuki Boulevard. As always, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button if you want to see future videos. And welcome to all of our new subscribers. We're up over 400 now. That's great. I'm kind of amazed that we've grown almost 200 subs in the last 30 days. That's really cool to see and watch. And I hope the trend continues. You know, it means that we're doing something that people enjoy. And I want to put out content that you guys like. So give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys later. Killjoy out.
There goes a sight from my soul.